Have you ever noticed how some older men gradually disappear from the noise of the world? They stop attending every social gathering. They stop arguing online. They stop chasing popularity. They stop trying to impress everyone around them. And then people start talking. He's become antisocial. He's lonely. Something must be wrong with him. But what if the opposite is true? What if that older man has discovered something that most people never learn? What if his solitude is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of wisdom? The modern world fears being alone. Everywhere you look, people are desperate for attention. Social media rewards constant visibility. Society celebrates being busy. People surround themselves with noise because silence makes them uncomfortable. Yet many older men eventually walk away from that race. Not because they failed, not because they gave up, but because they finally understand something powerful. Not everything that looks lonely is loneliness. Sometimes it's freedom. Today, we're uncovering the real reasons. Why older men prefer being alone, and why the truth behind this choice is far deeper than most people realize. 1, they are tired of wearing masks. Throughout life, men wear many masks. The strong man, the successful man, the confident man, the provider, the protector, the leader. For decades, they learn how to act according to what society expects. At work, they must behave one way. At home, another. Around friends, another. Eventually, this becomes exhausting. Many older men reach a point where they simply don't want to perform anymore. They don't want to pretend. They don't want to impress. They don't want to play social games. Solitude becomes attractive because it allows them to be completely authentic. No expectations. No pressure, no masks, just themselves. And after spending years pretending to be who everyone else wanted them to be, that freedom feels priceless. 2, they have seen the dark side of human nature. Youth is often optimistic. Young people believe everyone has good intentions. They trust easily. They give chances freely. But life has a way of educating people. Older men have seen betrayal. They've seen greed. They've seen manipulation. They've seen people disappear when things get difficult. They've witnessed friendships that lasted decades suddenly end over money. They've seen family members become strangers. They've experienced heartbreak and disappointment. This doesn't make them bitter. It makes them realistic. They stop assuming everyone deserves unlimited access to their lives. Instead, they become highly selective. Their solitude isn't about rejecting people. It's about protecting their peace. 3, they finally understand the value of peace. Young men chase excitement. Older men chase peace. And there's a reason for that. By the time a man reaches his later years, he's likely survived countless battles. Financial struggles, career stress, relationship problems, family responsibilities, unexpected losses, health concerns. After decades of carrying heavy burdens, something changes. Peace becomes more valuable than entertainment. Calm becomes more valuable than excitement. Silence becomes more valuable than noise. Many older men discover that their happiest moments are surprisingly simple. A morning walk, a quiet cup of coffee, reading a book, fishing by a lake, watching the sunset. These moments don't require crowds. They don't require attention. They only require presence. And that's why solitude becomes so appealing. For they no longer need to compete. Competition drives much of a man's younger life. Who earns more money? Who drives the better car? Who gets promoted first? Who attracts the most attention? Who appears more successful? Many men spend decades trapped in these invisible competitions. But eventually something clicks. They realize the race never ends. No matter how much they achieve, someone will always have more. More money, more status, more possessions, more followers. The finish line keeps moving. Older men who gain wisdom eventually step off the treadmill. They stop competing. They stop comparing. They stop measuring their worth against other people. And once that happens, solitude becomes peaceful because there's no one left to impress. 5, they start choosing quality over quantity. One of the biggest transformations that comes with age is learning the difference between many relationships and meaningful relationships. When people are young, having a large social circle often feels important. As years pass, reality reveals itself. Many friendships are based on convenience. Many relationships are temporary. Many connections disappear when circumstances change. Older men often discover that one loyal friend is worth more than 50 casual acquaintances. One honest conversation is worth more than hundreds of shallow interactions. As a result, they naturally spend more time alone. Not because they're isolated, because they refuse to waste energy on relationships that lack depth. And they realize time is running out. This is perhaps one of the most profound changes that occurs with age. Young people feel immortal. Older people understand mortality. They know time is limited. They've watched decades pass faster than they imagined. They've attended funerals. They've lost friends. They've said goodbye to loved ones. Every loss teaches the same lesson. Life is short. And when a man truly understands this, his priorities change dramatically. He becomes protective of his remaining years. He stops wasting time on meaningless drama. He stops entertaining negativity. He becomes intentional about where his energy goes. Solitude often becomes a way of preserving what matters most. 7, they discover that solitude creates clarity. The world is louder than ever. Phones vibrate constantly. Notifications never stop. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants a reaction. Yet clarity rarely comes from noise. It comes from silence. When older men spend time alone, something remarkable happens. Their minds slow down. Their thoughts become clearer. They begin reflecting on life. They start understanding patterns they missed before. They gain perspective. Many of the most important answers in life are discovered during moments of solitude. Not in crowded rooms, not during arguments, not while scrolling endlessly, but during quiet reflection. And older men understand this better than most. 8, they are no longer afraid of being alone. Many people stay in unhealthy situations because they're afraid of loneliness. They remain in toxic relationships. They tolerate disrespect. They surround themselves with negative people, all because they fear being alone. Older men often overcome this fear. They learn that solitude is not the enemy. In fact, solitude can be healing. They discover that being alone and feeling lonely are completely different experiences. Loneliness is the absence of connection. Solitude is the presence of peace. Once a man understands that difference, his relationship with himself changes forever. 9, they start enjoying their own company. This may sound simple, but it's incredibly rare. Most people cannot sit alone with their thoughts for very long. They need distractions. They need entertainment. They need constant stimulation. Older men who embrace solitude develop a powerful skill. They enjoy their own company. They learn to appreciate themselves. They become comfortable with who they are. And that comfort creates a kind of confidence that no amount of external validation can provide. Because when you're happy alone, you become impossible to manipulate through fear of rejection. 10, they finally find true freedom. Perhaps the biggest reason older men prefer being alone is freedom. Freedom from expectations. Freedom from approval seeking. Freedom from social pressure. Freedom from pretending. Freedom from unnecessary obligations. For decades, life often feels like a series of responsibilities. Then one day, many older men realize they have a choice. They can spend the rest of their lives chasing everyone else's expectations, or they can finally live according to their own values. The wisest men choose the second option, and that choice often leads directly to solitude. Not because they hate people, but because they love freedom. Conclusion. So why do older men prefer being alone? Because they've discovered truths that most people spend their entire lives ignoring. They've learned that peace is more valuable than popularity, that silence can be more powerful than conversation, that freedom is worth more than approval, and that a small circle of genuine relationships is better than a crowd of superficial ones. The world often misunderstands these men. It sees solitude and assumes loneliness. It sees quietness and assumes sadness. But many older men know a secret that changes everything. The strongest man in the room is not always the loudest. Sometimes he's the one sitting quietly, completely at peace with himself. Because after years of chasing success, approval, and validation, he finally discovered the one thing that matters most: inner peace. And once a man finds that, he no longer feels the need to chase anything at all. A man who enjoys his own company has discovered a freedom that no one can take away.